Hello, how you doing? I'm Chef Sean Hassan, and welcome to another episode of Food is Medicine. And listen, today we have a wonderful dish for you guys. We're going to do a wonderful recipe. Now, mind you, I am a pasta lover. I love pasta. I would eat a whole pan of lasagna by myself. But we all know we can't do that these days, right? Especially not me at 53 years old. All right, so today we're going to make a wonderful pasta dish without the pasta. How we're going to do that? Our friend here, this little yellow buddy, is called spaghetti squash, or the fancy term, squash. But we don't want to use the spaghetti squash. So we're going to slice this thing up and we're going to roast it. And when we're done, we're going to see how we're going to get spaghetti out of squash. All right, so we're going to do a spaghetti squash primavera today. How that work for you? Okay, it works for me too. Let's go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this squash here. And I'm just going to cut it. There we go. Oh. What we have here is we cut it into rounds. And what we want to do is we want to take everything out of the middle here. All right? Just going to spoon that out. Now, you know, squash is basically in the same family as a pumpkin because a pumpkin is a squash. So the seeds you have here, you can actually roast them, salt them, and munch on them as well. So you don't have to throw it out. Again, we don't want to waste anything. Ask yourself, how am I going to make this into spaghetti? You'll see shortly. All right, so we're going to take all of our excess here. We're going to put it in our trusty garbage bowl. Remember, always keep that garbage bowl right next to you. Why? So that you don't have to run to the garbage can every 5 seconds. Boom. There you go. And also, just like these seeds, if you put them in here, it's not necessarily in the trash. So if you want to use those seeds, you can without feeling disgusted by it. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these and I'm going to hit it with a little olive oil. All right, because we're going to roast these things. Now, some people may tell you you can just go ahead and boil the whole thing, but texture-wise, it's better when you roast them, and also you're able to keep a lot more of the nutrients in. All right, just going to take this here, and then we're just going to salt and pepper them. Both sides. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven at about 400. I'm going to place these on here. Give them just a little bit of room. All right. And we're going to take these and we're going to put these in the oven. All right. So we're going to put these in the oven for about 15 minutes. All right. And while we're doing that, we're going to come back. We're going to prep our other vegetables so we can make this wonderful spaghetti squash primavera. All right. Here. We have it in the convection oven. Slide that right in there. Okay, now that we put the spaghetti squash in the oven, what we're going to do is we're going to prep our veggies. So we have our peppers here. So what I'm going to do is I like a nice colorful meal. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit off of this red pepper. Take half of this yellow pepper. And then we're going to take a piece of this orange pepper. All right, and we're just going to cut this up in nice little slices. Remember, when you're slicing, peppers is always skin side down. You slice through the flesh. All right, it's a lot easier that way, and especially if your knife isn't sharp. All right. All right, so we're gonna press that right over here. Then next what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep our onion. All right. Cut off the head here, grab that in our garbage bowl. Cut that in half. We only need about half of this. All right, peel your skin off. And we're just gonna chop this up. Pop, 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 pop. All right, move that over here. Oh, garbage bowl, boom. All right, so now, what do we have? Everybody's favorite, garlic. All right, it smells so bad, so good, don't it? I tell you, what is it like? You know what it's like talking to somebody with garlic breath? It's like you hate it and love it at the same time. You know, you're like, oh God, I don't want something with garlic, but I wish he would stop talking to me. It's kind of that moment. You know, I'm sure I probably give people that moment all the time because I always eat something with garlic and I love garlic and everything. Now, I know in most cases you see people cutting garlic and what they do is they smash it. Not me. We're gonna slice this baby up. All right, we're gonna get us a nice minced garlic. We're gonna get a nice little, quite a few pieces out of here. All right. So we're gonna mince this really good here. All right. There we go. All right, so you see that? That's going. So now I wanna add my garlic to this. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil in it because it didn't drink all of that up. There we go. So we're gonna add like 53 cloves of garlic to this. I was joking, it was 2. All right. All right. You wanna keep that moving and turn this down just a bit. All right. And so like at this point, you can kind of start adding everything. Add my mushrooms in here. Now, one of the things about mushrooms, do not rinse your mushrooms off under the water. It absorbs water and you'll have a soggy mushroom. What you want to do is just take a damp paper towel and just wipe the dirt off of it. And then there you go. You're fine. All right. But you see how that's coming together? All those beautiful colors working together? All right. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add these grape tomatoes. All right. And that already smells amazing. All right. And at this point, you want to season it, right? Just a little bit of salt and pepper. All right. Just want to toss that in. All right, here we go. All right, so while this is cooking down, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato paste, just a tad, not a lot, because I'm not making a tomato sauce. I just wanna fortify the tomato flavor. And we're gonna add a little bit of stock. All right, just a little bit. All right. All right, that was roughly about, I would say about 3/4 of a cup. And we're just gonna let this cook down and we're gonna let it reduce. All right. Oh, almost forgot. I'm gonna add a little lemon to this. Okay, roll your lemon, or if you feel like it's too tight, Throw it in your microwave for about 20 seconds. All right, and it should be nice and soft. Cut it in half and squeeze your juice in. All right, and make sure you catch the seeds. So we're putting the juice of 1 lemon in here. All right. So how hard is this so far? It's not difficult for you, right? You make this in your sleep, right? Now look at that. Look at all these beautiful colors in here. Look how this is working. Look how the sauce is coming together. Now the only thing it's waiting for now is the spaghetti squash. It's like, hurry up, please come to us. We're waiting for you. We are family. I do not own a copyright to that song, okay? So, but I'm singing it. All right, so while I'm waiting on that, what I'm gonna do is do a quick chiffonade on this basil here. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna roll this like an old school cigarette like Tom and Jerry used to do. All right, I don't know, I kind of dated myself right there, right, didn't I? Tom and Jerry, like how many of you guys watch Tom and Jerry? Oh God, and rolling up cigarettes? Jeez. All right, all right. So I'm doing a nice chiffonade on that, and I'm just gonna sit this to the side and I'm going to wait for later. And then I'm just turning this down to a simmer. So this here is about ready. Let me taste it. The sauce is starting to reduce a little bit and it's getting a little bit thicker. So what you want to do is you want to just taste it. You have all of these ingredients in here. Remember to taste your food as you go. So this way you know if it needs a little bit of salt, need a little pepper, need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. That's good. That's good. And the thing is, right, so you added your lemon, but it's not overpowering. It really just balances everything else out. It's just enough salt for me. If you want a little bit more salt, you can add a little bit more salt, but we want you to kind of stay away from salt and add other herbs to it to really help embolden the flavors that you want. And this is why we have all these wonderful vegetables in here that has its own flavor. So now what we're gonna do in a few minutes is we're gonna get that spaghetti squash and we're gonna plate it and you're gonna see a miracle happen right before your eyes. All right, be right back with you. Okay, look at this. I'll pull these out of the oven. Right, don't look like much right now, right? You're still trying to figure out where is he going to get the spaghetti from? Where's the pasta coming from? Well, let me show you. I'm gonna take this here. I'm gonna grab this little fork and we're just gonna gently pull this apart. Gently pull this apart. All right. You see what's happening here? All right. It comes right out of there. And look at this here. See that? That looks like spaghetti. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Garbage bowl you go. All right, let's knock them all out right now. All right, thought I needed you. I don't need you, tongs. Get away from me. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull this from around here. You see how easy it's coming from around here, off of here? Yeah. And each slice is a serving. And you know what's even better? It's fat-free. So you can eat more of it. All right. Look at that. So think about like when you're making this for your family, you already have it portioned out. It's good for them. They're not gonna feel super stuffed. So you know what that leaves room for? Ice cream. I know, I'm not supposed to tell you that, but I'm just saying. You know, for every good deed, you should be rewarded. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it has to be ice cream. I'm not saying it has to be chocolate cake. But what I am saying is that we should try to find the best ways to moderate our calorie count, so we're not overdoing it. And now we have 4 servings of spaghetti right here. So let me plate one of these up for you. Have this beautiful plate here. You see that? Ba, 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 ba. All right, let me just cut this back on, just warm it through just really quick. So we're gonna take this right here. We're gonna place this right here in the middle. All right, and what I'm gonna add to this now that I'm cutting this back on, I'm gonna add some fresh basil. Just all of that, throw all of that in there. That's wonderful. So, I'm just gonna take this, we're just gonna take some of this and we're just gonna put it right on top of this pasta. I keep calling it pasta, I'm sorry, but it looks so much like pasta. Pour a little bit of that jus in it. There we go, jus. We're gonna jus it up. Yeah, a little bit more, just a little bit more. Now in this moment, I don't think a little Parmesan cheese will hurt. All right? So, let me get a little bit more here. A nice little color. There we go. Boom. Boom. And here we have it. We have our Spaghetti Squash Primavera. All right. Now, I don't know about what you're about to do, but I'm about to finish this bowl. We're about to have a good time with that. All right, until next time, this is Chef Sean Hassan, and this is Food is Medicine.